Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Thursday evening from downtown Fargo. It's Region 1A boys basketball tonight as the Kindred Vikings invade Oak Grove and have a date with the Grovers. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes, and thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast here this evening as the visiting Kindred Vikings at 10-2 on the season, 4-1 in Region 1A play, will square off with the Oak Grove Grovers, who sit at 8-6 on the year and 5-2 here in Region 1A basketball. For Kindred, they're 2-2 in their last 4 games, with a loss against Four Winds Milwaukee back on January the 24th by 1 point in Devil's Lake, then a 17-point win over the Valley City Highlanders their last time out, which was back on January the 27th. So it's been well over a week since Kindred has played a game here, and they open up the month of February against the Grovers. For Oak Grove, they're also 2-2 in their last 4 games. On January the 30th, a 88-56 loss in Castleton against the Squirrels. Monday night of this week, defeated Northern Cass in the Jags 65-51. It was the least amount of points they've given up in a game this season against Northern Cass. We'll take a break, and we come back after this, talk about the series matchup between the Grovers and the Kindred Vikings. We'll get to our coaches' conversation with Kyle Card and Brad Well, take a look at your latest Region 1A standings out-of-town scoreboard. That and more still to come today from Fargo. It's the Vikings and the Grovers for Region 1A Boys Hoops, and you got a front row seat right here on yourliveevent.com.
If you're thinking about updating your bathroom or kitchen, don't wait until the last minute. Planning is key. At Ada Building Center LLC on Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, you can check out the brand new displays with the latest in cabinets, countertops, and floor coverings. The Ada Building Center LLC team will guide you through designs and help you secure trusted contractors for the job. Stop today and start planning your remodel. 218-784-3661 or visit adabuildingcenter.com. Ada Building Center, your project starts here.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a Bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a Bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
As we continue with more on the pregame show here today, the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers and the Kindred Vikings played once already this season. Kindred won 86-69 back on January the 8th in Kindred for that 17-point win for the Vikings. Kindred won both matchups against the Grovers last year and are 5-0 against Oak Grove since the inception of the 3-division system. Last time Oak Grove able to defeat the Kindred Vikings nearly 3 years ago, back on February the 17th of 2023 here at Fargo. It was a 67-56 win for the Grovers. So Kindred trying to make it 6 straight against Oak Grove, while the Grovers trying to snap that losing streak here tonight. Region 1A standings, Central Cass Squirrels at number 1 on top of the region as it stands entering play this evening at 5-1. You have the Kindred Vikings a half game behind them at 4-1. with the Oak Grove Grovers sandwich right there up top as well at 5-2. So a large game here in terms of the region. If the Grovers win, they pick up their 6th win of the season, and they would be tied in the loss column then with the Kindred Vikings. If Kindred wins, they can start to separate a little bit from the rest of the pack with themselves and the Squirrels. Wahpeton at 5-3 picked up a large victory against the Central Cass Squirrels. They're 5-3 here in the region. Northern Cass at 2-4, Lisbon 2-5, and Valley City at 0-7. Other games tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Valley City at Central Cass tonight for Region 1A boys basketball, as Brady Siebels has a call for you on that one. Lisbon visiting Carrington in a non-region game. Then on Saturday, the Kindred Vikings return home hosting the Rebels of Dilworth Glen and Felton. That'll be at 1:30 as you have Nick Engman and alongside Nick Kozowski on the call for you on that one. And then Wahpeton at Devil's Lake. Sneaky game, that one, with the Wahpeton Huskies making their way up to Devil's Lake here on Saturday. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. We'll get into our coaches' conversation with both Brad Well and the Oak Grove Grovers. But first, a couple of players to watch out for the Kindred Vikings. Everyone's going to talk about number 2, and rightfully so. The 6'6 junior guard Brooks Bacco, averaging nearly 25 points per game, on nearly 12 rebounds and 6 assists here for Brooks Bacco. Also from there, leading scorer is Gabe Whipple, 11 points and 3 assists per contest for the Vikings, as Kindred averaging 83 points per game defensively, giving up 57, while for the Grovers, head coach of Kyle Card, they're averaging 67, defensively giving up 68. Aiden Saunders, the 5'11 junior guard, has made 46 three-pointers so far this season, averaging 17 points and 4 rebounds. Then from there, the second leading scorer is Ryder Soper, the 6'2 sophomore forward, with 13 points and 4 rebounds per game here for the Grovers. We'll take a break, and we come back. We'll get to our coaches one-on-one. First up, the visiting coach and Brad Whale. Then we'll hear from Kyle Card, head of our starting lineups, and the opening tip tonight from Fargo. It's Region 1A boys basketball between the Vikings and the Grovers.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
Youth basketball is back, and it's time to play for a purpose. The Grover Athletic Club Winter Classic tips off February 28th and March 1st at Oak Grove Lutheran School in Fargo. Every team gets 3 full-court games guaranteed, with great competition and later start times for out-of-town teams. Best of all, your team helps support Grover Athletics, funding equipment and opportunities for student-athletes across all sports. Sign your team up today at groverathletic.club.com.
As an American Family Insurance agent, Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowner's insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
As we continue on the pregame show here today from downtown Fargo, it's the Kindred Vikings going up against the Oak Grove Grovers. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Joining us here from the Kindred perspective is their head coach, that's Brad Whalen. Brad, you and I were just kind of joshing a little bit that, over a week in terms of practices that you had in between games. So how do you try to fill it as much you can but not make it too monotonous as you're at, this point of the season early on in February?
Well, I think this year it's been a good little break for us. I thought we got a lot better the last 4 or 5 days in practice. This time of year we typically don't like a long break and have a lot of practices, but I think it's going to benefit us tonight.
As you take a look at the second time around when you play teams here in the region, second time you're playing Oak Grove, what have you seen in terms of 2 years now going on year number 3 here, Brad, at playing a team a second time? How much changes or what stays the same?
Well, oftentimes, you look at that first matchup and you look at areas in which you can tweak things and adjust things, and we're going to do a little bit of that tonight. I'm assuming Coach Card's going to do the same thing.
You look at the Grovers, obviously Soper, Saunders and company. What just kind of stands out going up against Kyle Card's team that's going to be a challenge here later tonight?
Well, a couple things. You got to get back in transition. They really like to go. And we got to guard the three-point line. Those are 2 keys tonight for us.
Brad Well, head coach of the Kindred Vikings. Let's talk about someone in the starting lineup here, a 5'10 senior forward in Kyle Campbell. Just kind of what do you want to see him being inserted into the starting 5 here this evening, Brad?
Well, I just want him to be steady on both ends of the floor, take care of the basketball, obviously. He's a good defender, so we got him on a pretty good player tonight. So hopefully he can just keep doing what he's been doing in a little bit different role.
And you go from about 9 days in between to a lot of basketball. Saturday with DGF, Monday with Lisbon, you're back at it. So the last month of the regular season here before you get to region time, Brad, what's the one trait or characteristic you want to see from your team to close out the month of February here for the next couple weeks before you worry about that Region 1 tournament?
I think consistency. We're young in some areas, kind of played up and down from time to time, so develop that consistency and chemistry on both ends of the floor.
Brad, good to see you. Best of luck here tonight.
Thanks, Chase.
And again, Brad Whale, head coach of the Kindred Vikings. We'll continue with more after this from Oak Grove.
I'm Dan Sukert, your Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why my Edward Jones office is a proud sponsor of Park Christian Falcons basketball. Call 701-281-5264 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Upgrade your toolbox and tackle any project with the latest from Ada Building Center, LLC. They've added a massive 24-foot Diablo display filled with everything you need, brand new to the store. From circular saw blades to framing blades and metal drilling solutions and diamond cutting concrete blades, Diablo has it all. Need fine finish or general purpose wood blades? High-performance crew driving bits? They've got you covered. Stop by Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, and see the Diablo difference for yourself. Your next project starts here.
As we continue on the pregame show here today from Fargo, it's the Oak Grove Grovers going up against the Kindred Vikings. Joining us from the Grover perspective as the head coach, it's Kyle Hard. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. And Kyle, let's recap your win against Northern Cass. Last game out 65-51, least amount of points that you gave to a team in that particular game. What did you just like about that particular 32-minute basketball game that you hope to carry into tonight against Kindred, and more importantly throughout the rest of the season?
Well, I think I liked the last 16 minutes of the game is what I really liked. We got after them a little bit at halftime, and they responded and came out and played good defense and took care of the basketball. So we need to carry that part over to tonight's game, and we have to take care of the basketball against Kindred. It could be a long night.
You go up against the Kindred Vikings, and it's the third year now of the three-division system. You played a double round robin in region play. So what have you learned as a coach now a couple years in playing a team a second time? Does a lot change, or is it a lot similar from the first time you played a team?
It's, you try some different things the second time around, but it's very similar. And I've been coaching against Coach Whale forever, so he knows everything we're going to do, and we know some things they're going to do. So nothing's really different. It's just kind of gives ourselves a second chance just to see where we're at, see if we can improve and get better, and hopefully we give it a little better game.
I know when you take a look at Brooks Bacco, he's one thing, but there's four other guys on the floor that can, shoot the ball, defend, rebound. So what's the biggest area of concern when you go up against the Kindred Vikings squad this season here, Kyle?
You can't really stop Bacco. He's going to get his stuff. You got to try and control him. I think the reason they beat us last time, he did have 35 or something, but our other guys knock shots down, and we got to get a hand in their face, and we got to limit them to one shot, and get out and run a little bit, but we got to take care of the basketball, and that's our biggest thing right now. So if we do that, we're a good team.
As you move forward here, about a month and change left before you get to your region tournament, what's the one trait, what's one thing you want to see from your team to kind of close out the regular season here before you get to postseason basketball, Kyle?
I think our defense is doing pretty well. We just need to shore up our offensive stuff, and not necessarily shots, but taking care of the basketball. And we're rebounding pretty well for being a little undersized at times, but if we control the ball, take care of the ball, I think good things will happen for us, so we got to continue to do that.
Final thing for me, this time of the year, I call it February frenzy for prep sports because it seems like all sports are going at different times. Some are postseason, some's the end of the regular season. What's it like for you as a coach, kind of getting out of the dog days, so to speak, of the basketball year, where it's you come to school, it's dark, you leave the gym, it's dark, getting a little lighter out right now. So what's this time of year like for you as a head coach?
This we talk about, we play for February, for sure. That's one of our mottos, always has been. So it's February now, so I got to start getting better on those little things and hopefully improving every game. And in our region, there's no gimmies. That's the hardest thing. Playing Division A is no gimmies, so it's just we got to be ready every night and practice hard every night, and I think they're starting to understand that, so just got to be ready to go.
Kyle, it's always good to see you, and best of luck here tonight.
Thanks again for being here. Appreciate it.
That again, Kyle Card, head coach for the Grovers. We'll continue with more after this. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. For top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Those interviews brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Get online and check out DJ Coulter Agency. Go to the man that wants a shot at your business at djcoulter.com. From auto to life to business, farm and more, you go to the man that can cover your can at DJ Coulter Agency here in Fargo. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you up next for the Kindred Vikings after tonight. Saturday hosting DGF 1:30 opening tip for the varsity. We'll have it for you right here on YLE. Monday hosting the Lisbon Broncos back into region play. Then Thursday, a week from tonight at Wapaton. Well, for the Grovers' next three games, Monday they'll make their way down I-29 and play the Huskies. February the 13th, they have a home game with Valley City. Then on the 16th, we'll host the Grafton Spoilers out of Region 2 here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Oak Grove looking to improve to 9-6 with a win here this evening. Well, for the Kindred Vikings, looking to improve to 11-2 with a win here tonight. The Division A basketball poll, 4 wins Minnewacan, number 1 with Kindred, number 2, Central Cass 3, Shiloh 4 with Beulah, number 5, receiving votes of Wahpeton, Grafton, and Devils Lake as well here in the latest poll across the state of North Dakota. That does it for our pregame show. We come back after this, starting lineups and the opening tip. It's the second-ranked Vikings at 10-2 going up against the hometown Grovers at 8-6 on the season. This is Division 1A boys basketball here tonight on your LiveEvent.com.
You have big dreams for your community. At Rivera, so do we. Giving back more than $1 million locally each year. It's something bigger than time and money. We give heart. Wearing bright yellow and lending a hand. It's not just giving back.
Watch your step.
It's building forward.
Nice and easy.
With local sponsorships and decision-making, the impact is felt everywhere. It's who we are. Bavera. Let's forge ahead together.
If you're dreaming of a new home or looking to refinance, get in touch with First Class Mortgage. They make the process simple, fast, and local. Their team knows the Red River Valley, and they're here to help you with the right loan, with the best rate, and personal service every step of the way. Whether it's your first home, your forever home, or anything in between, choose First Class Mortgage, where your story begins. Visit firstclasscorp.com or stop by the office in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
As we get you ready for the starting lineups here tonight on yourliveevent.com, it's the Kindred Vikings going up against the Grovers of Oak Grove. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here as we take a look at our starting lineups. First for the visiting Kindred Vikings, clad in their blue attire, white numerals and lettering, with the checkerboard down the front, outlined here in black, as the Kindred Vikings at 10-2 on the season, 4-1 in the region, will go like this. Brooks Backaway, junior guard, averaging 25 points per game and 12 rebounds. You have Gabe Iverson, the 6'6" senior, the 6-foot senior, 8 points and 3 rebounds per contest. From there, Gabe Whipple, the 6'2" senior, at 11 points and alongside 3 assists. Eli Mack, the 6'1" sophomore forward, 11 points and 3 boards. And Kyle Campbell, the 5'10" senior forward, 2 points and 2 rebounds per contest here for the Kindred Vikings. Again, for the Vikings, Baco, Iverson, Whipple, Mack, and Campbell. The Vikings head coach is Brad Whale. As we turn our attention now to the Grovers inside here at Fargo Oak Grove, they have the Jumbotron on, so they get a nice little, if you will, welcoming introduction here for the hometown Grovers for Kyle Card at 8-6 on the year, 5-2 in Region 1 play. Here for the Grovers, looking to snap a 5-game losing streak at the hands of the Kindred Vikings. Last time that they beat Kindred in this very gym on February 17th of 2023, 67-56 here for the Grovers, as Oak Grove in their home whites here tonight. The Cardinal numerals and lettering. Grovers across the front in outlined in black, as the Grovers will go like this. In the backcourt, the 5'11" guard, the junior guard, Aiden Saunders, averaging 17 points and 4 rebounds per contest, followed by Pierce Thompson, the 6'4" junior, 7 points and 3 rebounds. Carter Koenig, a 6-foot senior, he can be a sharpshooter, averaging 9 points per game. William Olson, the senior forward here for the Grovers, as Olson, the 6'2" senior forward, and then from there, Noah Meidinger, a 6'2" senior forward as well, 6 points and 7 rebounds. Again, Saunders, Thompson, Koenig, Olson, and Meidinger. Oak Grove head coach is Kyle Card, averaging 67 points per game and defensively giving up 68 points per contest. 4 8-minute quarters with a 35-second shot clock is on the clock as we get you ready here tonight for high school basketball on yourliveevent.com. A reminder, we're your home for the upcoming Southeast Regional Duels in Class B, where the Kindred Viking boys wrestling team, the #1 seed, as they make their way to Napoleon. Coverage getting underway at 11:30 in the morning on Saturday. We'll have that for you for the Southeast Regional Duels right here on yourliveevent.com. We'll have the Northeastern Walhalla and girls wrestling at 10 o'clock in the morning for Duels East Region here as well. So we'll get your postseason February frenzy underway here in the month of February. Ryan Gellner, Adam Grant, and alongside Connor Dunn, our officiating crew. Ryan Gellner will do the honors. 7:35 is the opening tip, and this will be one to the Grovers. Saunders takes the ball screen here. Baco comes out and hedge as Kindred matches up with a man pressure defense, which is well known to those following Kindred under the tenure here of Brad Whale. Ball goes right-handed side. Koenig will see this one. Good switch by Kindred. Now to Saunders. He can shoot that. He'll hit it, and he'll bury it. Saunders with his 47th three-pointer of the season, and the Grovers take the opening lead here tonight in Fargo. Brooks Baco, right-handed side, will find it now to Campbell. Kyle, the senior, getting a start here tonight for Brad Wales. This one goes on the interior. With it now is Mack back left-handed side. Iverson will get walled off. Back as it goes now to Whipple. Man pressure defense. Baco up top with it, able to slip it left-handed side. The lefty Mack for 3. That'll go off the iron, and this one will eventually be won by the Grovers. Outlet by Meidinger quickly up the floor. Good move inside the paint. Right-handed scoop, and count it. Here's Thompson. Get up and run for the 6'4" junior forward, and the Grovers have a 5-0 lead to open up this contest. Iverson was trying to take the charge, but it's going to be a foul, as give credit to Meininger, quickly hit the outlet man and got up the floor, and the Grovers up by 5. Free throw opportunity is going to go long. Rebound gets 1 for, and eventually Baco will come away with it. Baco in transition will handle the basketball, finds a trailing teammate there to Whipple. Whipple, curl hop in the paint, off the window, up and in for 2. Good move by Gave, and the Vikings are on the board here 60 seconds in to the opening quarter. But if you're Kyle Card, you're going to like the start so far from the Grover perspective, as we say that turnover here, that one a little bit too hot to handle off the hand of Saunders. And a turnover, that's something Kyle Card mentioned to us on the pregame show, saying the first time we played Kindred, too many turnovers, just can't have unforced errors against a Brad Whale Viking club that's got a good chunk of athletes on the floor. Baco near side of Campbell. Here's a work it back up top. That'll be to Whipple. Whipple shovel pass inside to Baco, able to spin. There's a quadruple team on him. Saunders goes to the other side. Easy walk-in finger roll, but he misses. Rebound on the interior. Nice pass across the paint, up the window. Good for 2. Carter Koenig able to get that one. Olson gets the rebound and the assist. Grovers now lead it by 5. Near sideline goes Iverson. Iverson back up top to Campbell. Campbell with the basketball to Baco here. Baco, couple of dribbles guarded by Meidinger. Skip to the left pocket. 3 by Iverson. Tickles a twine from 19-9. Iverson with his 17th main 3 of the season. And the Kindred Vikings back within 2. Koenig front court, lost it off his right shoe. This one goes to the other side of the floor for the Vikings, as they will give it right back, as they had numbers, but couldn't control that one was Iverson, and the Vikings will handle the turnover. Got the net that's all switched here, so they will have to have Mr. Adam Grant or a player, and Aiden Saunders able to come up and take the net back down to its normal position, as the Grovers will contend with a full court pressure defense. So bird's eye view with us on the perch here on the mezzanine at Oak Grove. Saunders makes his way, slip pass inside, dribble, got Baco up in the air, and Brooks will get called for the foul. Olson will head to the line to shoot two. Bacco, the 6'6 junior, with his first, team second, as we'll see free throw attempts upcoming here for the Grovers. As we'll see Olsen, who's 3 of 7 from the free throw line on the season, to shoot two here for Oak Grove. Right-handed toss is up and in. Region 1A boys basketball tournament slated for the Shack on the north side of Fargo on your calendars March 9th, 10th, and 12th. As you're just a little over a month and about a week to the day here for boys basketball to begin their postseason here in Region 1A. Bacco heads to the front court after 2 made free throws by Olsen. Grovers lead it by 4 early on here, 2.5 minutes in. Left-handed side goes Whipple. Whipple jumper from 16. That's going to hit off the heel of the rim. It's a loose ball. Campbell nearly got it. Goes to Olsen as Bacco walls him off now to Saunders. Saunders front court. Something Brad Whale mentioned to us in the pregame show. They got to run the Grovers off the three-point line. Koenig three-pointer. That's going to go long. Rebound here to Whipple, his first. Whipple up the near sideline now for the Vikings. Left-handed dribble, looking to spin as he did. Just lost his momentum, and a turnover, the third for Kindred. Up the other side, here goes Thompson with a two-handed flush. Pierce Thompson's got 4 and a timeout for Coach Brad Well. The Kindred Vikings up by 6, the Oak Grove Grovers up by 6 over the Kindred Vikings midway through the first quarter. Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Talk with Jim Pearson and the crew at your local Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. From banking to insurance, let them handle your requests. Go online to kindredstatebank.com. So timeout by Brad Whale here. His first, just a shorty. As the Vikings will set it up offensively here. No substitutions for either team after the timeout. Right-handed side goes Iverson off the staggered, able to reverse it. Near side goes Mack. Mack, couple hard dribbles to the paint. Finger roll layup is blocked by Thompson, but it goes to Iverson. 3-pointers off the mark, and Olsen gets the loose ball. Olsen with it, quickly goes the other side to Meidinger, trying to find a trailing teammate, and the Grovers won't turn it over. That's their third. Kyle Card mentioned against Northern Cass, he really liked the second half against the Jags, in which they won 65-51. Held Northern Cass to 51 points in that game, and they picked up a good region victory as well. Well, for the Kindred Vikings, it's been a week and change since their last contest. Was back on January the 27th. Little flex cut here. Olsen, hands very active. Meidinger able to come up with this one to Thompson. Thompson, finger roll, layup up and in. Here's Thompson with those go-go gadget arms. As he got the extension, he's got 6. Kindred with their largest deficit of the game, trying to change it as a Whipple 3 off the iron. No rebound, tipped right in the hands of Bacco. Oh, look at Bacco. He tipped it to himself, and he finishes for 2. Bacco 2 points and 2 rebounds. Here's the Grovers. Lead is now trimmed to 6. Ball goes to Saunders, 16-footer from the baseline long. Rebound to Bacco, his third of the game. Bacco in transition. No one's going to stop the ball, so Bacco takes it high off the window. Oh, what finesse. Bacco now with 4. Something Kyle Card said in the pregame, you're not going to slow him down. It's trying to contain him as best you can by Bacco. Saunders, right-handed side, making his way into the paint. This one will be a tie-up between him and Whipple. The arrow will make its way towards Kindred. Substitution as Ryder Soper, a 6'2 sophomore, will check in, averaging 13 points per contest. As coming out will be Noah Meidinger. Meidinger has been on the guard of Brooks Bacco and kind of been joking with high school basketball coaches this year, saying, is Bacco like the Jordan rules where you just don't want him to be in the paint, and if he is, you have to find a way to get in front of him, and everyone kind of chuckles and almost says pretty much, not that he can't shoot the 3, but he's looking to drive an attack as Whipple able to spin on the inside, kick to Mack, right pocket 3 is up and in. Nothing but twine by Eli Mack, his 22nd made triple of the season, and the Vikings are back within 1. Soper will see this one left wing. Good hedge here by Kindred, using up that dribble. Finds it now to Koenig. Carter back up top to Saunders here. He's guarded by Iverson. as Saunders makes his way, lost it. It's off of Saunders and a turnover here for the Grovers. So both teams have 4 turnovers here in the opening quarter of play, as the Vikings will bring in Tyler Gronwald here, a 6-foot junior, into the game for Iverson. First player off the bench for Brad Whale tonight. Baco front court. Able to see this one right-handed side as they give it now to Mack. Mack with it. Able to make it to the baseline to Whipple here. Good pass on the interior. Good little slip on that offensive set. That goes to Graham Hess. So Hess also checking in. The 6-foot junior gets his first field goal of the night. And the Vikings, for the first time this evening, have a lead at 14-13. Good move here on the way for the Grovers. Shot is up off the mark. No good. Rebound comes down here to the Vikings, as Kindred will make their way quickly in the front court. Baco taking a couple of dribbles. Spin. The help comes late. It's going to be last touch here by a Grover hand. As the Grovers will make a substitution here as Aiden Zuger. Zuger to check in here for the Grovers. Inbound coming for the Vikings, as they will find it right-handed side in front of Coach Card to Whipple, near sideline now to Mack. Mack will give it back up top with it. There is Hess at the free throw line to Gronwald. Skips it to Baco. Nice give and go. Extra pass to Mack. The 3 is up. Oh, that was pretty. Tic-tac-toe. Eli Mack with the triple. He's got 6. It was like watching a hockey game there. The ball never stuck as they leave it up top near sideline. That'll go to Thompson. Back up top to Soper. Soper able to spin on the interior step. Right pocket. Here's a 3 by Zuger, a bounce pass by Zuger on the inside of Thompson, and this one will be a foul before the shot. Foul is on the floor. That'll be the 3rd for the Vikings here in the quarter. But going to that last 3, that was great ball movement here for Kindred. Never touched the floor in the half court. And able to see that one go in for 3, kind of like a hockey game where you're able to throw it across one side of that, bring it back to the slot, and boom, the goalie never knew what happened. 83 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Foul assist to Tyler Gronwald, his first. Good hand defensively by Kindred. They get the steal. They go the other side of the floor with it off the side of the rim. No good was Gronwald. And a rebound here to Olsen. That'll be his 4th. Other side, Thompson, finger roll, layup for 2. Well, Pierce Thompson's been the answer for the Grovers. He's got 8 of their 15. They get the steal, but then they give the ball right back as the Vikings muscling their way by Baco, and Thompson denies him. Number 2 of Pierre Thompson and number 2 of Brooks Baco, and Thompson wins the battle. These two teams like to score this season. Kindred at 83 points per clip, while Oak Grove at 67 points. Baco jumper inside the 3-point line, up and in. Brooks Baco has 6, and we get a quick net again. Second time we've seen that here. 51 seconds to play in the opening quarter. The Vikings lead it by 4. Kindred wins. They can start to separate from the pack and kind of have a feeling of Central Cass Kindred to try to win the regular season and the 1 seed. Saunders left wing 3. That's going to go long. Rebound to Olsen. Olsen looking to spin his way, and there's a foul. Foul underneath here on Kindred. This will be on Mack, his first, team's 4th, and Olsen has been a machine on the glass. He's got 5 rebounds here in the quarter. Well, for the Grovers, they will make a substitution. Coming in will be James Chafee, the sophomore guard. Well, if you're Fargo Oak Grove, you can win tonight. You get to 6-2 in the region and have the same amount of losses as Kindred still has 2 more region games to be had, but already a couple region wins in front of them. Soper able to spin, step through. This one can't get the shooter's roll. Baco with his 4th rebound. Vikings can hold for the final shot of the quarter if they desire, but they're looking for a 3, and this one will be in and out. No, look at Baco tipping it to himself again. Baco with 8 points and 5 rebounds. And he's got 4 points and 2 boards where he just tips the ball back to himself. Right-handed side, Soper, now with 9. Soper looks at the clock with 6. Oh, isolation, Saunders, they don't go out on him, so Soper shoots a 3. That's long. Rebound to Baco, and this one will be just off the side of the backboard. That's how we'll end our first quarter play. Up and down game. Vikings lead it by 6 after the opening 8 minutes.
The
Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
You don't have to spend 4 years or a fortune to start your future. At NDSCS, you'll find first-class classrooms, expert instructors, and hands-on learning that gets you job-ready fast. Earn your degree, gain confidence, and start a career you love sooner than you think. With 97% job placement, high starting salaries, and transfer programs that save thousands, it just makes sense. And that's why NDSCS is the smarter way to college.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here from downtown Fargo. Kindred led by the 8 points and 6 rebounds of Brooks Bacco. Mack with 6. Well, for the Grovers, they're led by the 8 points of Pierce Thompson. Olsen with 5 boards, 2 points for the Grovers. Kindred with their largest lead here at 6 to begin the second quarter, as we have Aiden Zuger back up top as Chafee leaves it now to Soper. Ryder, a little isolation play here, able to spin, step high, shot no, rebound going to be one on the way to Whipple, his second board of the game. Whipple front court now for the Vikings as he will make way to Schliemann. Right-handed side goes to Carter Grunwald now as he leaves it to Bacco. Bacco top of the key. They're daring him to shoot the 3. He'll shoot it off the iron. Rebound comes down to Chafee, his first. Soper up the far side with the basketball for the Grovers. A little dribbling action, gives it back up top to Chafee as James at the left wing leaves it back to Soper as they're looking for potentially a post touch to Zuger, but he clears out as Soper makes his way inside the paint. Shot is up and he gets the friendly roll. Ryder Soper with his first field goal of the night. Grover's back within 4 as Whipple trying to get across the timeline, does with 2 seconds to spare. Schliemann, right-handed side. The hometown crowd wanted a turnover or a travel violation, but instead they'll get a foul here on the Vikings. Carter Grunwald with his first, team's first of the quarter. Substitution is coming into the game for Oak Grove is Zachary Winters. Zach, the 6'3 senior forward, getting his first run of the night. Got Saunders, Soper, Chafee, and Meininger here on the floor for the Grovers. As Carter Grunwald on the defense here of Chafee. Right-handed side goes to Zuger. Zuger at the right wing, taking the screen as he leaves it up top. Little pick and roll to Soper. Ryder able to spin, step through off the window, gets it to go. They clear him out, and Soper with the spin move hits the B button, unable to finish for another field goal here in the quarter. Bacco front court, right-handed side. We'll see this one now to Iverson, to Whipple. Whipple top of the key, open, shooting it. Here is Schliemann. Three-pointer is going to go long. Rebound tapped right in the hands of a Viking. That's Iverson. And then Iverson lost it as Meininger able to rip it away. Meininger right wing with the basketball, finds a trailing teammate. That's Soper. Shovel pass on the inside. Good hands by Bacco. It's still loose. And eventually Bacco able to see this one up the floor for the Vikings. Great opportunity to get the step through, but eventually a three-pointer's coming and a helter-skelter possession. Grunwald missing. Rebound comes down to Whipple as they give it back up top now to the right pocket. Here's an Iverson 3. Yes, sir! Iverson with his second 3 of the first half of play. It's 24-19. Not sure what they got on these nets here. I think that's about 4 times we've seen the swish and the net sticks up top to the rim. But a helter-skelter possession results in a three-pointer here by Iverson. Soper right-handed side. Here comes a double for the Vikings as they're able to move it around. Carter Koenig open left wing three-pointer. That's going to go long. Rebound comes to Chafee. Back to Carter Koenig as they give it back up top. Chafee here top of the key to Carter left wing. Carter takes the ball screen up top to Soper. Soper with it, probing, looking to spin, and the Vikings will tiptoe and nearly get the steal with Whipple. They will say that there's enough of a possession change to reset the shot clock to 35 seconds. And I think Adam Grant and Connor Dunn are going to talk it over here, part of our officiating crew with Ryan Gellner here tonight, to say, was there enough of possession change on the shot clock? And they said the answer is no. So they'll mark it now to 28 seconds. As this one works its way left in side, Soper left wing. Taking a couple of dribbles, nearly lost it. This one out of bounds, and the Vikings able to bring Campbell back on the floor. You have alongside with Brooks Bacco, Carter Gronwald with Iverson, and also from there here for the Vikings, able to see Whipple, as Whipple is on the guard of Meidinger right now. Meidinger left of the key, 15 seconds here on the shot clock. A little stagnant offense right now as the Grovers trying to set something up. Couple of dribbles on the interior, step through, block shot, and there's a foul. Foul will be assessed here on Kindred with Whipple. His first, team second. 2 free throws upcoming for Winter. Winter 1 of 9 from the free throw line here this season. As we'll see 2 shot attempts here for the lefty. As Winter trying to cut into this deficit, and it's still a 5-point contest. So far, 4 points in the quarter by Ryder Soper for the Grovers, while 3 points in the quarter by Iverson for Kindred. Free throw attempt number 2 is good. Grovers now 3 of 5 from the free throw line as Pierce Thompson will check in. As I think they gave Oak Grove an extra 2 points in the scoreboard right now, so we'll have to double back on that to be 20 as they leave it here back up top. As here's a deep three-pointer on the way for Kindred. Shot will be off the mark, no good. Rebound comes down to Chafee. As they see this one, now they got the scoreboard right, left, and inside. Couple of dribbles goes Meidinger. Meidinger off the baseline. Here goes Bacco. Bacco going to make his way to the paint, and this will be a foul. Is it offensive or defensive? Kyle Carter was looking for the extension off the Bacco left forearm, but they're going to say the forearm came first from the Grovers and Ryder Soper. His first, that's the Grovers' first foul of the contest. As Whipple will check out of the game now here for the Vikings. Mack, Iverson, Bacco with Campbell and alongside a Carter Gronwald here. As officiating crew talks it over one more time, and I think they're also taking a look at Adam Grant to make sure he's all right. Just a little Charlie horse or something there. As everything looks to be okay with just over 4 minutes play here in the first half as we get back to business. This one goes up top. Mack with it. Able to find it now to Iverson. Iverson skips it near side to Carter. Gronwald jab step near sideline now to Mack. Back to Bacco. Bacco jumper inside the three-point line is going to go short. Rebound, though, able to save that one was Carter Gronwald, making his way around the world to the paint. Oh, what a move. Carter Gronwald slithers his way around the world, and the Vikings lead it by 6. Right-handed side goes Meidinger. Meidinger right wing, back now to Soper. Vikings were looking to maybe switch it. Able to stay with it now is Soper as he gives this one to Chafee. Chafee at the right wing takes a couple of dribbles here. Chafee inside, finds it to Carter Koenig. Koenig taking a couple of dribbles back to Soper with 10. Soper asking everybody to clear out, able to spin. Here comes a step, right-handed scoop, no rebound to Bacco. Bacco gets his 8th board, outlet up the other side. Iverson to the paint. This one off the backboard, no. Rebound on the inside, and there's a foul. Good board by Eli Mack. Foul will be before the shot as the Grovers with their second foul of the quarter. And this will be assessed to Pierce Thompson. Saunders to come in alongside with Will Olson for the Grovers. Vikings able to bring Tyler Gronwald back in for Carter Gronwald here. As the Vikings to inbound it with Iverson. A little different of a second quarter right now where we have the shot clock need to be reset. 21 points for Kindred in the first quarter. Now you have 5 so far here in the second. 15 points in the first quarter for Oak Grove. They also have 5 here in the second. Spin shot, no. Rebound comes down here to Saunders. Grovers, main 3 here, could cut it back to a 1 possession. Saunders right wing, gives us one left-handed side. Thompson back to Carter Koenig, left wing 3-pointers up and in. Carter Koenig with his 32nd made triple of the season. And the Grovers right on cue, back to a 1 possession game. Bacco. We'll see this one coming off the staggered is Mack. Mack with it, back to Bacco here at the top. Able to reverse it to Campbell now. Campbell at the right wing, leaves it. Iverson, thought about a 3, now will shoot one from deep. This one off the backboard, no. Rebound comes down to Koenig. Koenig Looking to push the tempo. Vikings get back well defensively. Saunders, right wing, will handle it now. Oh, hesitation dribble. Lost it right to a teammate, though, who gets fouled. And Thompson to the free throw line to shoot two as we will line them up. Foul assessed on Kindred. Kyle Campbell picks up his first. So Kindred has 7 fouls so far in the first half, and 7 different players have picked up the foul here for Brad Whale. 2 free throws on the way here for Pierce. 8 points in the game, 0 for 1 from the line, as he's unable to get the Plinko chip roll. Second free throw attempt on the way, as Graham Hess will check in alongside with Gabe Whipple returning, as Campbell and Iverson will take a breather here on the bench for the Vikings. Free throw attempt number 2 for Pierce is going to go long. One-handed rebound by Baco. Brooks is working on a double-double here in the first half. 8 points, 9 rebounds. Here's a double team. Baco stays with it. Ball gets skipped to Whipple. Walled off by Koenig. Whipple, nice cut. Inside goes Mack with the scoop, but can't score. Rebound comes down to Koenig. Koenig front court, right-handed side. As Meidinger gets walled off, able to reverse it now to Saunders. Back to Meidinger here. Meidinger skipping it to Thompson. Thompson gives it back to Meidinger. Meidinger back to Saunders with 18 on the shot clock. They come out, switch it. Saunders jumper, 13-footer long. Rebound, Meidinger able to spin, put back in for 2. Meidinger with his first field goal of the night, and the Grovers back within 1. Baco will see this to Whipple as a slow clap starts to make its way from the Grover faithful. Mack near sideline to Baco. Baco at the left wing, able to slip it up top to Hess. Reverse it right-hand side. 3-ball coming. That goes long by Tyler Grunwald. Put back, though, is up, and you couldn't have drawn it up any better right to Hess. He's got 4. Grovers left-handed side. There's a steal on the way for Grunwald. Tyler sees us right on the transition shot. No, and then this will be a foul on Whipple. After you had Olsen getting the rebound, foul comes on Whipple. His second, team's 4th, with 71 seconds left to play here in the first half. Region 1A boys basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. As Brad Well talking things over with Connor Dunn on the far side. After that call, ball will go right-handed side now to Saunders. Right wing, Thompson will handle it off left-handed side. This one will be an offensive foul on Meidinger, as Meidinger will get called for the foul, his first, team's 3rd. So they faked it on the handoff to Meidinger, skipped it off the stagger to Saunders. Good drawn-up play, but Meidinger a little bit of a player control foul, as the Grovers will give it right back to the Vikings. Baco 8 points on the first quarter. See this one open, left-handed side. Grunwald, 3-pointer. Tyler shot, no. Rebound is on the deck for a second. Thompson comes away with it. Then they throw it up the floor, and they will give it right back here to the Vikings. High school basketball got underway at 7:35 here. We're just 25 minutes old into this basketball game. Seeing 2 different styles, where the first quarter was high, free-flowing action. Second quarter more methodical and defensive-oriented. Baco, right wing, skipping this one. Good hand by the Grovers. Turnover. Carter Koenig will handle this one, and now the Grovers with a chance to tie or get back within 1 here before the half. Meidinger, right-handed side. Now gives it to Saunders. Saunders doesn't take the screen, makes his way right wing, and he will get fouled, and free throws upcoming. So Saunders still lined to shoot 2. A 75% free throw shooter on the season here for Oak Grove. Foul assessed here to Graham Hess, his first, team's 5th of the quarter, and the Grovers will make their way to the stripe. As the crowd comes to a hush, as Saunders missing the free throw. Grovers left some points so far on the board here in the quarter from the line, as they're currently 1 of 4 from the stripe here in the second. As Hess will check out, coming in will be Iverson. And we'll get one more substitution with Carter Grunwald, as he will check in for Tyler. Saunders on a second free throw attempt, able to get that one to go down. Baco Now with 7 seconds, takes the ball screen jumper. Three-pointer is up. That'll go long. Loose ball, one to Whipple. Good if it goes. It's short. And that's how we'll end our first half of play. High school basketball here tonight from Fargo, Oak Grove, and Kindred. It's the Vikings up by 2 as we head to the half. Brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage.
When we bought our first home in Fargo, we had no idea where to start. A friend told us to call First Class Mortgage, and I'm so glad we did. They explained every step, answered all of our questions, and made us feel completely at ease. We closed on time and even got a better rate than expected. If you're buying or refinancing, trust me, call First Class Mortgage. They really do live up to their name.
First Class Mortgage is locally owned. Visit firstclasscorp.com for more info.
Youth basketball is back, and it's time to play for a purpose. The Grover Athletic Club Winter Classic tips off February 28th and March 1st at Oak Grove Lutheran School in Fargo. Every team gets 3 full-court games guaranteed, with great competition and later start times for out-of-town teams. Best of all, your team helps support Grover Athletics, funding equipment and opportunities for student-athletes across all sports. Sign your team up today at groverathletic.club.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org. High school basketball here tonight from Fargo. This is our First Class Mortgage halftime show. Locally owned and operated, First Class Mortgage. More than their company name, it's the way they do business. Providing first-class service at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you as the Kindred Vikings, 21 points in the first quarter, 7 in the second. Grover's 15 points in the first quarter and 11 in quarter number 2. Team numbers go like this. The Vikings with 6 players in the scoring column. They have yet to shoot a free throw here tonight. They're 18 rebounds with 4 threes and 8 turnovers. While from there for the Grovers, 8 turnovers as well. 7 players in the scoring column, 2 threes with 16 rebounds. They're 4 of 9 from the stripe. Vikings led by Baco, 8 points, 9 rebounds. He did all his scoring in the first quarter. Baco again with 8 points and 9 boards. 6 points for Eli Mack, 2 threes in the first quarter. 6 points for Gabe Iverson, a 3 in both the first and the second. 4 points on the way for Graham Hess, 2 for Carter Grunwald, and 2 points for rebounds for Gabe Whipple. For the Grovers, they're led by the 8 points of Pierce Thompson, who's 0 of 3 from the free throw line. All of his 8 points have came in quarter number 1. 5 points here for Carter Koenig and 3 rebounds. 4 points on the way for Aiden Saunders with a made 3. Ryder Soper with 4 points. You have 2 for Meidinger, 2 on the way for Olsen with 6 rebounds and 1 point here for Winter. Vikings led by the 8 of Baco, while the Grovers led by the 8 of Thompson. We come back, we'll let you know what's on deck for Kindred and Grover boys basketball coming up. This is our halftime show, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies, including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
High school basketball continues here on YourLiveEvent.com as we take a look at some of the scores here on YLE this evening. Brady Siebel's in Castleton, where the Central Cass Squirrels all over the Highliners, 73-17 right now, as Central Cass all over Valley City, 73-17 in boys basketball with 3 minutes left to play in the third quarter. So that result will mean Central Cass will improve to 6-1 in the region. Valley City will drop to 0-8 in region play. Carrington and alongside Thompson in girls basketball, a good one in the state, as Carrington leads it by 5 over Thompson late in the third quarter. That at Thompson tonight. Then boys basketball as well. You have Devils Lake, Hillsborough, Central Valley. That game making its way into the half as it stands. And making its way into the half, it's tied at 31 between the Firebirds and the Burros up in Buxton here tonight for boys hoops. Coming up later this weekend on YourLiveEvent.com, the Kindred Vikings will host Dilworth, Glendon, Felton. You have Mr. Nick Eggman and Mr. Nick Kozowski on the call for you on that one, as Josh getting a little rest and relaxation time, so that'll be coming up on Saturday against DGF at home. The Vikings will also host the Linsman Broncos back into Region 1 play on Monday and then make their way to Wahpeton on Thursday. Well, for the Grovers, they will play in Wahpeton on Monday after taking a game from the Huskies earlier this season, then host the Highliners on February the 13th, and on the 16th host the Grafton Spoilers. This is our halftime show, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. For more information, you can get in touch with Greg, Don, and Dan and their team at First Class Mortgage on 13th Avenue South, 25th Street in Fargo, or go online to firstclasscorp.com. Kindred led by the 8 points, 9 rebounds of Baco. Grover's led by the 8 points of Pierce Thompson. Back with second half action after this here in downtown Fargo.
We aren't meant to be still. And while you determine the direction you'll go, we're just here to help you along the way. So go. Go with experience. Go with teamwork. Go with neighbors. Go with integrity.
The Ringneck is a perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. The Ringneck has a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2465. That's 645-2465. And stop by every other Friday this winter for meat raffles. For more info and daily specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook.
West Main Pizza is serving you from Ada and the Rail District location in Dilworth. The tradition of West Main Pizza continues. Pizza, calzones, wings, subs, salads, and more. Lunch, dinner, family meals, and business meeting orders. When you're in town or driving through, visit West Main Pizza. For daily specials, visit West Main Pizza Ada and Rail District Dilworth Facebook pages. Order by phone or westmainpizza.net. Both locations open daily at 11 a.m., serving the delicious West Main Pizza menu items you enjoy. West Main Pizza, Ada and the Rail District Dilworth.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we get you ready for second half action here on yourliveevent.com, some things coming up here this weekend. The Southeast Boys Dual Tournament will make its way to Napoleon. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Wrestling coverage gets underway at 11:30 in the morning. The Vikings, the #1 seed, South Border Lisbon, top 3 as well. Oaks and alongside with EEK, just some quality teams when it comes to the Southeast, which on a dual format kind of has the feeling of a sub-state, if you will. There's going to be a couple dual teams who don't make it to the state tournament that feel like they easily could be at state from duals. That'll be the Southeast duals in Napoleon. The Northeast duals will be in Walhalla. Then we'll have girls dual wrestling tournament from Fargo South at 10 o'clock in the morning. So a little brunch in wrestling with a 3-point takedown and a 2-point escape will be coming up here this weekend. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors for allowing you to bring high school athletics here on yourliveevent.com. Iverson on the floor, taking a ball screen here by Baco, as ripping it away is Meininger. Meininger up the near side to Saunders. Stop, pop, and the 3 will drop. Hayden Saunders with the triple, and the Grovers come out swinging as they take a lead. Points off the turnover, and they lead it by 1. Whipple, Campbell on the floor, and alongside as they will see this one on the interior. Campbell, extra pass to Whipple, left wing 3 for the answer short. It's loose underneath, and eventually coming away with it is Meininger, his 3rd board of the game. Saunders will see this one. Back to Meininger here. Meininger looking for the back cut to Saunders. Oh, what a move! Saunders, how do you do? He's got 9 and a honey of a pass up top. Right-handed side. This one will work its way up top. Iverson able to reverse it. Whipple open, shooting, and this one will rim, rattle, and roll out, and we'll see a foul. I think this one will go up against Meininger, and it looks like it will. Yes, it will. Meininger with his 2nd, team's first, as Baco went to go climb for the rebound there. As the Vikings will get another crack at it. Oak Grove started the first half on a good run. Doing the same here on the second half, but it was Kindred who led by 2 at the half. Baco goes behind the back, looks for a teammate. He's triple teamed in a reach and foul. Well, he had 2, 5, and 23, and the foul will come on number 5, Carter Koenig. His first, team's 2nd here in the quarter, as we'll see Carter Gronwald checking in here for Kyle Campbell. As we see this here with Whipple. Whipple up and over on the pass to Baco. Baco stepped there off the window, and there's your double-double. Brooks Baco now with 10 points and 10 rebounds. Man, that averages 24 points and about 10 rebounds per game. Carter Koenig left-handed side. He'll launch. The three-pointer is going to rim out. No good. Rebound tipped, and eventually the Vikings will see this as Saunders able to bat that one away after Carter Gronwald was able to get possession back here for Kindred, as the locals say. 31-30. Grovers up by 1. As the Vikings, a team, when you just take a look through the history here since the 3-division system, they don't lose much. Just 4 losses in 2.5 seasons here for Kindred. 2 this year, 1 the previous 2 years each. So 4 total as Baco, right-hand side, he leaves it now to Mack. Mack will handle this one, gives it back up top to Carter Gronwald. Left wing to Whipple. Whipple's going to drive on Olsen, and there's going to be a foul. Olsen with his first. Team's 3rd quickly here in the quarter, and 2 free throws here for Gabe Whipple upcoming. Whipple, a 61% free throw shooter on the season, and these will be the first free throw attempts of the night here for Kindred. Free throw is going to go up and long. 2nd one on the way here for Whipple. As Whipple trying to get the offensive rhythm going now for the Vikings. Shot will be off the mark. Bacco gets the rebound. Brooks at the left baseline. 2 hard dribbles inside the paint. Gets walled off. Open three-pointer for Carter Grunwald. That'll go off the iron. And we'll see this here to Pierce Thompson. Olsen finds a teammate with Meininger here. There's Meininger between the circles for the Grovers. Takes a couple of dribbles. Right-handed side to Koenig. Koenig here at the free throw line. Looking for the back cut to Saunders. As Saunders gets it back, left-handed side to Meininger. Shot clock to 15. Meininger finds it. Saunders, top of the key. Saunders sees this one, a pickpocket steal here for Iverson. Up the floor quickly, the other side, right to the paint, off the window for 2. Eli Mack on the attack. He's got 8. Vikings back up by 1 with 5:15 to play here in the third. Meininger, he's going to attack his way, and there's a foul. Mack was looking for the block and the rip the other side, but there could have been a little hand check before, as Mack will pick up the foul, his second, team's first of the quarter, and 2 free throws here on the way for the Grovers. Meininger, a 66% free throw shooter on the season. The Grovers are 4 of 9 so far here this evening from the line. As Meininger, right-handed toss comes up short. And the story of this game, if it ends up being a one-possession game, could be the charity stripe here for Oak Grove. They're 4 of 10 from the line now. Free throw attempt number 2 here for Meininger. As this goes short, rebound here to Mack. Whipple, right-handed side, and Meininger hanging in the weeds, gets the steal, makes his way to the other side, right-handed scoop shot, no, and he goes right back to the free throw line. Give credit to Noah Meininger, didn't hang his head, so to speak, after 2 missed free throws. Able to get back, play good defense, get the steal, and Whipple picks up the foul. That's large. It's his third with 5 minutes to play in quarter number 3. And 2 more free throw attempts here for the Grovers, trying to see if they can tie or possibly regain the lead here. As the right-handed toss is going to go short. Kindred will make the substitution as Graham Hess will check in for the aforementioned Whipple with those 3 personal fouls. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for the Grovers. As Meininger sees this one rattling out, and a rebound to Bacco, his 12th of the contest. Bacco up the near sideline. And only this one to Grunwald, back to Bacco. A little 5-out offense here for Kindred. Now they have the one is Bacco posting up on the interior. Ball gets skipped to Mack. Mack 2 dribbles to the paint, right-handed layup for 2. Eli Mack in double digits with 10. Mack averaging about 11 points per game with Whipple, and he's right at it here with 10. Meininger up top, Vikings lead it by 3. Carter Koenig left in inside, looking to tie this game up. That'll go long. Rebound here to Bacco. Bacco weaving his way to the paint, right to the tin, and there's going to be a strip as Carter Koenig goes the other side with it. Koenig up the near side to Meininger. Meininger skipping it to Aiden. Saunders takes a screen as they work with it up top. Ball screen coming, Saunders right-handed side, as this could have been nearly a travel or a blocking foul. There was no call on either side, so Saunders going to launch and score. Saunders with the 3. 12 points in the game for Aiden, and the old advantages play till you hear the whistle, as I think both benches were looking for a whistle. One was looking for a foul, another was looking for a travel. Gabe Iverson inside, slip pass to Bacco. There was Thompson. They work with it the other side of the floor to Olsen, right-handed side to Koenig. Koenig finds it to Meininger. Meininger, a couple of dribbles here inside. This one will be a tough shot. No rebound, won by Bacco. And Bacco's going to go the other side of the floor. Bacco to Iverson underneath. Iverson going up against Thompson, who blocks it. Bacco gets it, throws it up, and there is a foul. Ryan Gellner, Adam Grant, and Connor Dunn, with Adam Grant and Ryan Gellner going to talk it over if it was in the act of shooting. And the answer is yes. Olsen picks up the foul, his second, team's fourth. So for the rest of the quarter, Kindred in the bonus as Bacco heads to the free throw line to shoot 2. 10 points here for Brooks. Free throw attempt is going to go short, as we'll see it now. Ryder Soper to check in for the Grover as well. For the Vikings, you'll see Jackson Schliemann checking in. Free throw opportunity number 2 here for Baco, trying to give Kindred the lead, and this one is up and in. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. 3:28 left to play here in the third quarter. Kindred up by 1. Oak Grove with the ball when we return.
If you're thinking about updating your bathroom or kitchen, don't wait until the last minute. Planning is key. At Ada Building Center LLC on Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, you can check out the brand new displays with the latest in cabinets, countertops, and floor coverings. The Ada Building Center LLC team will guide you through designs and help you secure trusted contractors for the job. Stop today and start planning your remodel. 218-784-3661 or visit adabuildingcenter.com. Ada Building Center, your project starts here.
Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. From banking to insurance, let them handle your requests. For more info, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. The Vikings up by 1 after the timeout here by Brad Whale. They'll have 3 remaining. Kyle Card and the Grovers will have all 5 remaining here for Oak Grove. Soper front court. We'll see this one to Meidinger. Meidinger right wing. He'll fake it to Soper, now to Saunders. Saunders with it to the right-handed side is Soper. Soper at the wing, able to spin, slip pass to Olsen off his hands, back to Ryder. Soper with 15 here on the shot clock, and that's a traveling violation. As when he came in to spin, good defense there by Graham Hess to get in front of him. Turnover for the Grovers, it'll be number 10. Shuffling his feet, as now Baco will make his way. Brooks left-handed side, we'll see it left wing to Gronwald. As Carter guarded by Koenig, back up top as they reverse it near side of Baco. Baco able to swing this one around here for the Vikings. Thought about a 3 with Schliemann on the interior. Little flex cut. Nice pass to Mack for 2. Oh, what a find by Graham Hess as Mack has 12 on the night. Grovers front court. Let's see with Ryder Soper. Soper ball fake. Looks for a teammate. Finds one right-handed side as the Grovers will give it now to Soper. Soper able to hedge out his Baco, right wing to Meidinger. Meidinger gives it to Soper here up top. Olsen looking to set the screen. Soper doesn't take it. Now to Saunders. Deep 3 from the parking lot. Yes, sir. Saunders is heating up 11 in the quarter. That's his 4th 3 of the game. Left wing now to Mack. Mack will kick to Baco, tied at 37. Right-handed side, as we'll see it here for the Vikings. Open on the interior was Gronwald. They missed him. Now to Baco. Baco at the left wing. Nice pass on the inside. Extra fine. Gronwald, that pocket 3 for the answer. Going to come up short. Saunders gets the loose ball. Grovers with a made field goal here can take the lead. Soper, right wing. We'll see this one here for Oak Grove to the baseline now as it makes its way to Meidinger. Meidinger very patient. They run Saunders off a couple of staggards. Now to Carter Koenig. Extra pass to Soper. He'll step into a 3. This one goes off the iron. Loose ball going to be won by here by Carter Grunwald. Gronwald leads a 3-on-2. He's going to make his way to the paint, and there's a foul. This one will be on the floor, but we'll see bonus free throws regardless. 2 free throws upcoming here. As Soper picks up the foul, his second. Team's 5th, so the Grovers have 2 with Olsen, Soper, and Meidinger right now. And we'll see free throw opportunities for Carter Gronwald. Kindred 1 of 4 from the free throw line here in the contest. Gronwald has only shot 4 free throw attempts this season, make it now his 5th and 6th opportunities. As Carter hits the first, he's got 3. Vikings take the lead. Free throw attempts number 2 upcoming here for Kindred as Gronwald hits the second. So Carter goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Kindred up by 2. Chafee to Saunders on the near side. Aiden will slip this one to Meidinger. Back to Saunders. Saunders makes his way to the paint, right-handed shot, no. Rebound comes down to Baco, quickly outlet the other side as they find it to Mack. Finds the trailing teammate here. Schliemann jumper from 15 is short. It's off his hands, rebound to Carter. Carter put back up and in. Oh, what a move by Carter Grunwald. He's got 6 points and 4 rebounds here for Kindred. Meininger using up the dribble, right-hand side to Saunders. Saunders will shoot the three from deep off the side of the rim. Rebound by Meininger, but this one will make his way in towards the trainer room. As Meininger will come back, all right, as we'll see Pierce Thompson to check in for the aforementioned Meininger as he'll make his way towards the bench. Kindred 13 points in the quarter, 11 so far here for the Grovers. As the Vikings with Bacco in the front court. Bacco taking a screen, making his way to the paint, off the window, no. Rebound, put back up and in. Eli Mack, 8 points in the quarter, and he has 14 on the night. And the Vikings now starting to separate a little bit here, lead it by 6. Grovers can take that final shot of the quarter. Good start for the Grovers, but a better close here by Kindred in the third. Soper with 12 seconds. Will they screen or will they let him go one-on-one? Now a 7. Here's the screen. There's the double on the hedge for a second. Soper to the baseline. Open left pocket. 3 is up by Zuger. No, rebound is loose, and it will go to the fourth quarter. The Kindred Vikings up by 6 on the road in Fargo against the Grovers. We head to the fourth. Kindred up 43-37.
What's going on today? I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection. You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance? Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve, so we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs. Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call. Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Aiden Saunders scores all 11 points in the quarter for the Grovers. He has 15, but it's the Kindred Vikings up by 6, led by Eli Mack with 14 points here tonight, and the double-double of Bacco of 11 points and 15 rebounds as we head to the final 8 minutes of regulation. C-Squad game was close. JV game was close. This one equally as close as we make our way to the final 8 minutes. With it up top, Carter Koenig. Kindred faithful want to travel on Soper. Chafee back to Soper. Soper with a couple of dribbles. Teardrop, no. Rebound tapped out right in the hands here of Eli Mack, his fourth. Mack in the front court quickly. Left-handed side. Here goes Iverson. Back to Mack. Rainbow 3. That goes long. Rebound here to Chafee. Chafee will see it right wing to Koenig. Koenig finds a trailer. Soper near side. Zuger. He'll rise. He'll shoot. The 3 is off the iron. Rebound to Iverson. Iverson with a head of steam makes his way right off Soper off the backboard. Can't get it. Chafee with his 5th rebound as they give it now to Zuger. Zuger off the window. That one rattling out. Thompson with the board. Kick out to Koenig. 3-pointer. Yes! Carter Koenig now with 8. After the rebound here on the inside for the Grovers. Thompson. Other side, Bacco now with 13 points as he makes his way right to the paint. And if he gets anywhere close to that restricted arc, forget about it. Ryder Soper, spin shot up. Soper's got 6. Vikings lead it by a possession here with Bacco in the front court. 6:40 to play in quarter number 4. Bacco looks for a teammate, finds one on this little weave as they give it left-handed side now to Mack. Up top to Bacco, reverse it to Hess. Graham with it. Leaves it at the high post. Jumper by Iverson. Good movement. And there's a 2-pointer timeout on the floor. Iverson's got 8. Vikings lead it by 5 with 6:22 left in the fourth.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Couple of field goals here in the quarter. One by Baco, one by Iverson. Well, for the Grovers, a 3 by Carter Koenig and a 2 by Ryder Soper. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you. Time on the floor brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Central Cass with a win tonight over Valley City, so they improved to 6-1 in the region, while the Highlanders now dropped to 0-8. So Central Cass getting a one step closer to trying to be a top 2, top 3 seed in the region. This one very large when it comes to region play with only 7 teams. You get 12 counter games. And this one will be the second time the Grovers and the Vikings have met this season. Kindred won the first time 86-69 back on January the 8th in Kindred. Olsen will see this to Soper. Soper will handle this. Back to Chafee. Chafee goes between the legs, takes a couple of dribbles to Saunders. Saunders weaving his way. Nice pass to Koenig. Right wing rainbow three. Nothing but twine. Carter Koenig his second 3 of the quarter. Now in double digits with 11. Vikings, Iverson, shot fake, give it back up top to Baco. Now every possession becoming equally more important as this one moves along. Baco's going to drive, and this will be an offensive charge. Ryder Soper stood his ground, and Baco will pick up the foul, his second and the team's third. Tough one there for Kindred. I think just enough of the lean-in by Baco was assessed. Soper was there. And the foul will be assessed here to Baco, and the Grovers get the stop. Now a chance to tie or take the lead. Coming into this season, you thought Region 1A would be awfully good on any given night, and we're seeing that here again this evening between these two. Olsen, with the pirouette, able to finish for 2. If I was talking figure skating, that might have been an axle move. Ball goes right-hand side. Hess, 3, no. Rebound comes down to Carter Koenig. Koenig in the front court. We're tied at 47. Soper asking for a little clear out here, guarded by Hess. Soper sees this one. Good defense with Iverson. He is draped on Saunders, trying not to allow him to get going right now after he had all 11 points for the Grovers in the third quarter. Soper for the lead. 3 is off the iron and in. Ryder Soper now with 9. Grovers lead it by 3. No look pass on the interior here for Whipple, looking for a cutting Graham Hess, who just stopped. Turnover for Kindred. That's their 13th, and the Grover faithful on their feet here in downtown Fargo. Timeout here for Oak Grove. 4:39 to play in the fourth. It's 50-47. Oak Grove with the advantage.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
Youth basketball is back, and it's time to play for a purpose. The Grover Athletic Club Winter Classic tips off February 28th and March 1st at Oak Grove Lutheran School in Fargo. Every team gets 3 full-court games guaranteed, with great competition and later start times for out-of-town teams. Best of all, your team helps support Grover Athletics, funding equipment and opportunities for student athletes across all sports. Sign your team up today at groverathletic.club.com.
As we continue here on YourLiveEvent.com, Coach Steve Carnell, the head coach of the Grovers, who won the state championship back in the year 2000, is in the house here tonight, here for Oak Grove, and enjoying this game from the Grover perspective. Assistant coach at that time, now the head coach, Kyle Cart, here for the Grovers, as they lead it by 3. His first time out, brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Meidinger will bring this one in the front court. As Meidinger will see it here. Find it to Aiden Saunders. Saunders back to Meidinger as they leave it left and inside of Carter Koenig. Meidinger here back up top with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Near side to Koenig. Koenig takes a couple of dribbles. Good defense by Whipple. He's got to play smart with those 3 fouls as well. Back now to Soper. Soper with 5. Finds it to a cutting Meidinger. Leaves it off to Koenig. Block shot on the way by Whipple. And Baco saves it before it goes out of bounds. Good job by Whipple with the block. Bacco goes the other side. Kindred with a chance to tie or get it back within one. Gronwald wants to tie, and why not? Carter Gronwald with the three, his 14th of the season, and we're tied at 50. Meininger near side, 3:45 to play in the fourth. Meininger right-hand side, Saunders for the answer. This one to go short, rebound to Bacco, and this will be a flopping warning here to Aiden Saunders. So a flopping warning here to Aiden after the shot, as he was maybe trying to, from our officials' point of view, Ryan Geller maybe unblemished a little bit after getting boxed out. Brooks Bacco, here's a stat for you, 17 rebounds so far tonight here for the junior. As the Vikings will give it back to the aforementioned Bacco, which college football coaches are salivating over his talent on the gridiron as well. Left and inside goes Graham Hess, the baseline to Mack. Mack will give this one to Gronwald, able to skip it to Iverson. Little flex offense here to the right wing as Hess will give it back to Gronwald. Gronwald sees it here with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bacco on the block. Here comes a double. Kick to Gronwald. Can he do it again? In and out. Rebound won by Hess. Three-pointer Gronwald short. Box out, and this will be a foul by Gronwald. His second, team's first of the quarter, and good job by Carter Koenig going after that loose ball. But you can tell immediately what the strategy is for Kyle Carter. Bacco's going to post up on the inside, get the ball out of his hands as quickly as you can, double or triple that man, and see if someone else can beat you. Soper near side will see this one. Finds it to Koenig. Koenig dribble, pullback, three is up. In and out, no good. Rebound to Olsen. Back to Soper. Another chance, three-pointer short. And look at Carter Koenig climb the ladder here. As this will be a timeout, then as Koenig able to save the possession. Timeout on the floor. 2:47. Don't you go anywhere. Tied at 50 here on your live event.
As an American Family Insurance agent, Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowner's insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com. Timeout brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Make sure you stay tuned with us for more high school sports here throughout the course of the month of February. Simply go to our website or hit subscribe to our YouTube channel. And a final that's came in today from Castleton, Central Cass all over the Highliners. 88-26 the final, as the Squirrels now improved to 6-1 in the region with that boys basketball win again, 88-26. So the number 3 ranked team in the state gets the win. Can the number 2 ranked team in the state, here the Kindred Vikings, also pick up a win, as they're in a tussle with the Grovers right now at 50 apiece. Oak Grove come in with Aiden Saunders to inbound the basketball. He's got 15 points to lead the floor, 14 for Eli Mack to lead the way here for the Vikings. Give and go. Saunders makes his way, drive kick. Soper, left pocket three is up and in. Ryder Soper, he's got his second three of the quarter, 12 in the game, and the Grovers get by 3. Bacco to the right wing will slip this one to Gronwald. Gronwald left of the key, back up top to Whipple. Able to reverse it now to Bacco. Bacco with a jab step, up top Whipple. Paint opens up a little bit, and Carter Koenig will commit the foul. Koenig with his second, team's first, as Koenig came down with both hands. Made it easy on the officials on that one, as they'll have to get the shot clock here with 19 inbounded now to Bacco. Right-handed side, they'll see this one as it works its way to the baseline. Mack with a rainbow three, in and out, no good. Ball is loose, and Koenig comes away with it. Koenig up the floor near side, now to Meininger as the Grovers. Something we don't say too often with the Kyle Card team. Maybe looking to slow it down up by 3. Bounce pass to Saunders. Saunders at the wing. Aiden will see this one to Soper on the weave. Soper gonna attack the paint. There's a block shot by Iverson. And then we'll see the net that was up in the cylinder. And they're gonna say it actually hit the backboard, excuse me. So it's gonna hit the backboard. It will go out of bounds. So it will be Grover basketball after the tip there by Iverson. So it hits the near side of the backboard. Catch and shoot for Saunders. Shot no. Rebound tipped right here to the Vikings. Iverson will get it after Whipple spalls out. Gronwald, oh, what a step through. Comes up short, however. Olsen with the rebound. That'll be his 8th. And the Grovers with Soper get this one up the floor. Soper to Koenig. Back up top to Meidinger here. Back to Soper. Grovers, a bucket to try to make it a 2-possession game. Kindred looking for the stop, and they'll get Soper here, but was it a timeout? Yes. I was going to say Soper was awfully close with that right foot being out of bounds on the end line. With 1:22 left to play, Carter, Koenig, Ryder Soper, Aiden Saunders all catch a breather and a break here from the head coach, and Kyle Card. So timeout on the floor, brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. 53-50. Season low in scoring this season for the Grovers is 54 at 4 wins Minnewacan in their season opener. Well, for the Kindred Vikings is 46 in Castleton back on January the 20th. If you're just joining us, it was 21-15 after one quarter play. Kindred with 7 points in the second, 15 in the third. Grovers with 15 points again in the first quarter, 11 in the second, and 11 in the third. But right now, able to outscore the Vikings here in the fourth quarter, 16-7 here for the Grovers. Timeout again, brought to you in part by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Grovers to inbound it with Carter Koenig. Koenig looking for the back cut to Meininger. Now to Saunders here, guarded by Iverson. 2 timeouts remaining for both clubs. The next jump ball will favor the Vikings. Saunders, couple of dribbles, weaves his way to the paint. Ball gets tipped to Koenig, then Bacco tips it out of bounds. I thought Bacco was about ready to hurdle Coach Kyle Card on the far side. That would have been interesting. Kind of like in the NBA in Phoenix when Shaq went towards the entire Phoenix Suns. When he was in Phoenix, he went towards the bench, and the bench completely cleared out as Shaq was going for a loose ball. As they'll talk it over here with 1:07 left in the quarter, 21 seconds on the shot clock. As the Grovers with the basketball here, as they put it to 16 seconds now on the shot clock. As inside the gym, it comes to a hush right now to make sure everybody kind of hears the decision on where the shot clock and the clock should be as it stands right now after that particular play. For the Kindred Vikings, as it currently stands, 14 points for Eli Mack, 13 points and 17 rebounds for Brooks Bacco. Grovers led by the 15 of Aiden Saunders. Then from there you have the 12 points for Ryder Soper and 11 for Carter Koenig here in double digits. As now they're going to put the shot clock to 2 seconds. So it's pretty much a catch and shoot situation now here for the Grovers. You got enough to take one dribble, but you don't have enough to take multiple. They give a quick pass. Here's Saunders, block shot. This one will go to Bacco. Bacco hits the deck, and then a shot clock violation. As again, it's a shot clock violation with 2 seconds on the shot clock. So Bacco was able to get the rebound, but it's a shot clock violation. And I think Kyle Carter was saying, hey, he grabbed the basketball, but was it before the shot clock went to 0 for the possession then to go back to the Grovers, and it'll be a fresh 35. But they'll say the answer is no, that the shot clock expired before Bacco grabbed the basketball. As the Vikings will see this one, the full court pressure defense as Iverson with Meininger gets the steal as this one makes its way now to Aiden Saunders. They double teamed and they got it. Soper baseline to Koenig, and now the Grovers can really milk some clock if they want. Meininger will see it here. Bacco on the guard looking for the double team. Now to Soper. Soper pass inside on the slip to Saunders, up and in for 2. Saunders with 17 and will get a foul on Kindred on top of it with Saunders on the baseline. You had Iverson and Whipple there, and the foul will be on Iverson, his second and the team's second, and the ball goes right back to the Grovers. So they get the steal, they get the score. The foul on Kindred will result in Oak Grove to get the ball yet again. And now if you're Kindred, you got to start playing the foul game. As Iverson will check out, I think the one thing that the Kindred bench is talking about was Saunders out of bounds, and there's a technical foul here on Brad Whale. So a technical foul will be assessed here towards the Kindred Vikings and Brad Whale. I think what Brad was asking for there, simply put, was Aiden Saunders out of bounds when the possession came in after the made attempt by Saunders. Because if he was out of bounds, did not allow a clear pass, so to speak, for the Vikings to get the ball in with Whipple to Iverson. That then would have been a foul on Saunders, but instead Aiden to the free throw line on the technical foul attempts. Will make his way and hit the first. And this second one, a awfully large free throw attempt to try to make it a 3-possession game. It's up and in. So Saunders now with 19 points. And the Grovers up by 7 to inbound the basketball as Meidinger, with 41.6 seconds left to play, looking to snap a 5-game losing streak here towards Kindred. And we get a timeout here for Kyle Card. 41.6 seconds to play here in regulation. Couple of free throws. Saunders with 2. He scored the last 4 points for the Grovers as they lead it here by 7. Start taking a look at the fouls in this game. I think from the Kindred perspective, they were just wondering that last foul in particular of where Saunders was again on the baseline to see if something was going to happen in that situation. And Brad Well talks it over with our officials here, and there's a technical foul, which all of a sudden results in free throws and the ball here for the Grovers. If you're Kindred, without question, you got to chase the game, looking for a steal, looking for a jump ball, which the arrow is in your favor. But with under a minute to play now in this one, time is really starting to run out from the from the Kindred perspective, as the next foul does put Oak Grove into the bonus. As the number 2 team in the state on the ropes here tonight in Fargo. Region 1A, just every time you get multiple games in the region, there's always 1 or 2 games where you look at the score and maybe not surprised that Team A beat Team B, but maybe the result and how it became that. And with how this game started, up and down, frenetic style of game, and it's been a little helter-skelter throughout the night, no questions about it. But if the Grovers can hold on here and win, the top of the region just gets a little more interesting, and Central Castan gets a little bit more separation from everybody else, as the foul will be assessed to Baco, his 3rd. As we'll see 2 free throws upcoming here for Ryder Soper. Soper, free throw line, is going to bury it. And after Oak Grove went 4 of 13 in the first 3 quarters from the line, they're now 3 of 3 here late. And like nails in a coffin right now is what they're trying to do with these free throws. Second one by Soper is up and in. Kindred's got to go. They got 2 timeouts remaining. Baco front court crossing over on Meidinger. Baco to the paint, right-handed finger roll layup up and in. Baco's got 15. Kindred full court. They'll commit the foul. Eli Mack with his 2nd. And free throws on the way here for Ryder Soper. Soper with 14 points on the night, right at his season average. And right now, if you're Kindred, it's the old Jimmy V from NC State. Send them to the free throw line and hope that they miss. Which in the first 3 quarters they did. But right now in the 4th, Soper free throw, they haven't missed. 5 of 5 here in the quarter. Second one to try to continue to make it a 3-possession game, no matter the field goal for Kindred on the next possession. Soper hits another one. Vikings throw it up to Baco. Baco guarded by Meininger, slips it to Gronwald. Gronwald to the baseline as the Vikings will pass this one around. Gronwald, 3-pointer, that's going to go short. Baco will see it go out of bounds with 19.1 left to play here in the 4th quarter. As the Grovers, last time they beat Kindred again was here in Fargo back on February the 17th of 2003. Been nearly 3 years since the last time Oak Grove beat Kindred, but still enough time for Kindred potentially, as they will give it right back. They got the steal by Gronwald, and it went right through the wickets of Graham Hess. Turnover for the Vikings. As Oak Grove will inbound this one on the near side with Noah Meininger. Meininger finds it to Olsen. Olsen in the front court. This one goes out of bounds. Last touch here by Olsen after Eli Mack nearly got the steal, as this one literally a bird's eye view right on top of you here on the mezzanine at Oak Grove. As Olsen inbounds it here on the baseline. We'll see this to Saunders. Saunders doubled. Vikings not looking to foul, as the Oak Grove Grovers will snap a 5-game losing streak here to Kindred and pick up the win tonight here at home, 61-52. The Grovers improved to 9-6 on the season, 6-2 in Region 1, while Kindred drops to 10-3 on the season and 4-2 here in the region. The Grovers led by the 19 points of Aiden Saunders. He hit 4 threes. Kindred led by the 15 points and 17 rebounds of Brooks Bacco. Back with our post-game show. Player of the game, final stats, and we'll hear from the victorious Grovers. That and more to come here tonight in Fargo.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
I'm Dan Sukert, your Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why my Edward Jones office is a proud sponsor of Park Christian Falcons basketball. Call 701-281-5264 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Oak Grove with the win over the second-ranked team in the state, 61-52 here for the Grovers, as they were led by the 19 points of Aiden Saunders. Saunders with 19 points at 4 threes in this one. He had 16 points for Ryder Soper. Soper with 2 threes and with 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 11 points on the way here for Carter Koenig. You had 8 here for Pierce Thompson, as Pierce had 8 points and 3 rebounds. 4 points for Will Olson, as Olson had 8 rebounds. 2 points on the way for Meininger. 1 point here for Zach Winter. While for the Kindred Vikings, led by the 15 points, 17 rebounds for Brooks Bacco. You had 14 on the way for Eli Mack with a couple threes. 8 points for Iverson. 9 on the way for Gronwald. 4 points for Graham Hess and 2 for Gabe Whipple. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Aiden Saunders again. 19 points and 4 threes in this one, as the Grovers pick up the win for the first time since February 17th of 2023 against Kindred. Back with more after this here on our postgame show.
Upgrade your toolbox and tackle any project with the latest from Ada Building Center, LLC. They've added a massive 24-foot Diablo display filled with everything you need. Brand new to the store. From circular saw blades to framing blades and metal drilling solutions and diamond cutting concrete blades, Diablo has it all. Need fine finish or general purpose wood blades? High-performance crew driving bits? They've got you covered. Stop by Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, and see the Diablo difference for yourself. Your next project starts here.
As we come back here on the postgame show, this interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Join us here, Aiden Saunders. Got 4 points in the fourth quarter to stretch out the game from 3 points to 7 points. Able to get that steal. Then comes a technical foul, a couple free throws, but he hit some threes before that as well. Aiden, just take us through this game. It was back and forth. You knew it was going to be a good Region 1 tilt here tonight. Just what did you see from your team for 32 minutes of basketball to knock off the Vikings here in Fargo?
Yeah, I mean, we know Kindred, they're a great team. They're top 3 in the region coming in, and we know we had to play our game. We had to hit our shots. We had to shut down Brooks. I think Noah did a great job on him, and then Ryder came in, did a great job on him, and then Ryder hit some shots. He finished at the free throw line at the end, which was very important for us to get that win. And it's just the guys around me, they hit great shots. We played great defense, 52 points from them. You know, I think that's just us doing a great job on defense because they got some shooters, and we know that we had to go in practice, you know, and we had guys on our JV playing as them, and, you know, we tried to just get hands out on them the whole game and then shut down Brooks in the paint. We did a great job. I
got to ask about the possession in which you get the nice little slip pass from Ryder right across the paint and you finish for 2. Then just take us through the next, 5-10 seconds of game action where you're on the baseline there with, Whipple trying to throw the ball into Iverson. You'll look up after the 2 points. Just take us through what the next, 5 seconds were like because you got the foul, then all of a sudden here comes the tee, and then boom, you get free throws, and now you get the ball back, and just like that, you're up by 7. So just take us through what that little, time frame was, Aiden, for you.
Yeah, I mean, Ryder hit me. I was slipped through that, and then Ryder hit me, got a great 2 points there. And then I'm just trying to get on my guy, just stay on Iverson because he's bringing the ball up. And then, he just kind of pushed me a little bit there. Might have flopped a little bit, to get the call, but and then, their coach got a tee, and then coach told me to finish at the line, and that's what I did.
Biggest thing about this team to pick up a win, get 6-2 in the region, put yourselves firmly in the top 3 here of the region. Obviously, you got a lot of quality games to go going down to Wahpeton on Monday, Aiden. But what's it say about this team to pick up a win, get to 6-2 in the region, moving forward here throughout the rest of the season?
It feels great to be 6-2, man. Our last 2 years we have not been very good, so it feels really nice to be a contending team in this region, unlike the last few years.
Final thing, when you got going in the third quarter, what's going to go in through your mind with 3 threes, 11 points in that third quarter? You scored all your team's 11 points for crying out loud, Aiden, in the third.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my shot out there. Any look that I get, I'm shooting it. So.
Hey, congratulations on the win. We'll let you go rest up. Best of luck going forward.
Thank you. God bless.
Aiden Saunders with us here for the Grovers. We'll take a quick break. We'll hear from the head coach. That's Kyle Card next.
For top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
As we go from the player to now the coach, Kyle Card joined us here on YourLiveEvent.com. Kyle, first time since February 17th of 2023 that you dethroned the Kindred Vikings here. Just what does this one particularly mean, particularly at this time of the season and in region play as well, with about a month and change left here in the regular season?
Yeah, for sure. It's a big game for our kids. I mean, they battled so hard. I told them with 2 minutes left, we worked this hard. We got to pull this one off, and they just battled. I mean, we don't always make the smartest decision, but these kids play super hard, and we have to play Kindred because Coach Whale always has them ready, and I'm so proud of every single one of them. It's a great team effort, and we got to build on it. I know we got to celebrate, but then you got to move on, and we got a tough Wahpeton team next.
As you move forward, Aiden Saunders, let's just go through that last minute. Ryder Soper, nice pass across to Aiden, gets the 2 points. Then all of a sudden Aiden is there. You got Whipple and Iverson trying to get the ball in, and all of a sudden there's the foul on Iverson. Get 2 free throws after the technical by Bradwell. Get the ball back. Just going to take us through what Aiden kind of was able to do there in that particular juncture and kind of separate the game on top of it, those free throws by him and Ryder down the stretch.
Yeah, we talk about doing the little things, and that's one of those little things that I think can sometimes go unnoticed. Aiden got chased the whole second half. He was exhausted, but he stepped up at the right time, and we got the ball in his hands when we needed to, and he's just a gamer for not a very big guy. We still like our chances with him, but just those little things that we're emphasizing right now, and that's what it was, just a little thing to help win us a game.
I know Baco, his stat line is still phenomenal, 15 points and 17 rebounds, but talk about the job that, Noah Meidinger tried to do on him and kind of who you put on him throughout the course of the game just to at least make it difficult as much as you could to try to disrupt him, because still you got some guys to make threes with, Eli Mack and Iverson and company, but again, at the end of the day, you held Brooks to 15, who averages, 25 a night.
Yeah, I can't say enough about what Noah does defensively. He works harder than anyone we have, and when he got tired, we put Ryder on him. He's long and athletic, and they're not going to shut down Baco. He's the best player in the region, probably the state, and great player, great kid. And we just battled, and Noah did a good job on him, and did a good job not giving up second shots. I think that was huge, and he didn't have a putback dunk, which he's had about every game I've seen him. So just all those little things add up and help you win games.
What does it mean? I see the banner over here, 2000 boys basketball. Steve Carnell, the head coach in the house here. You're a part of that coaching staff as well, Kyle. What does it just kind of mean to maybe, take yesteryear into today here and see the Grovers, win a game like this with someone who means a lot to Grover basketball?
A lot to Grover basketball and a lot to me. I learned a lot from him. I'm sorry I get a little choked up, but saw him walk in, and afterwards I said, thanks, this is why you do it. And he said, you're exactly right. These are the games. This is why you coach. And to see him here was fun, and his wife's always by his side. So super special, and we gave him a good battle, and we gave him a fun game to watch. So it was a great night, great atmosphere, and a great win for us.
Yeah, I don't think we can close it any better than that. Kyle, congratulations on the win. Best of luck traveling I-29, making your way down to Wapaton coming up on Monday.
Thank you very much, Chase. Appreciate everything you do.
That again, Kyle Card, head coach for the Grovers. Take a quick break, get to our player of the game. That is next.
You have big dreams for your community. At Rivera, so do we. Giving back more than $1 million locally each year. It's something bigger than time and money. We give heart. Wearing bright yellow and lending a hand. It's not just giving back.
Watch your step.
It's building forward.
Nice and easy.
With local sponsorships and decision making, the impact is felt everywhere. It's who we are. Bravera. Let's forge ahead together.
As we continue with more of those interviews brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency, as we get to our player of the game brought to you in part by Enbridge. 1-2 combination, Aiden Saunders obviously 19 points, and he hit all 11 points in the third when the Grovers needed it. Brooks Baco tip of the cap, 15 points, 17 rebounds. He can impact the game in a multitude of ways. Those two players are players of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to enbridge.com for career opportunities. Our play of the contest is going to be late in the fourth quarter. The steal, the Soper slip to Saunders for 2. Saunders was able to get in front of Iverson. It was committed as a foul. Technical then comes on Coach Whale. Free throws come for Oak Grove, and they go 6 of 6 from the line in the fourth quarter. That really kind of separated and put the game away. That is our play of the contest, brought to you in part by Agassi. Go to Feature Precision Planting Dealer at Agassi's website, located in Hillsboro at Agassi Precision at planterdoc.com. Final team numbers, Grovers 27 rebounds, 10 of 19 from the free throw line, 9 threes with 11 turnovers. For the Kindred Vikings, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 threes, 35 rebounds, and 15 turnovers. So the updated region standings look like this: 6-1 Central Cass, 6-2 Oak Grove, 4-2 Kindred, 5-3 Wapaton, Northern Cass at 2-4, Lisbon at 2-5, and Valley City at 0-8 after Central Cass defeated the Highlanders tonight 88-26 in boys basketball. Grovers now 9-6 on the season, make their way to Wapaton on Monday. Kindred drops to 10-3 on the season. They will host DGF in a quick turnaround Saturday afternoon on yourlivevent.com, where Mr. Eggman and Kozowski will have the call for you on that one. Again, your final 61-52. Grovers with the win. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in for high school basketball, and join us for more sports here throughout the weekend on yourlivevent.com.